From Dusk Till Dawn is a film that defies categorization. Directed by Robert Rodriguez, with a script by Quentin Tarantino, this 1996 cult classic is a wild ride that begins as a tense crime thriller before exploding into a supernatural horror extravaganza. With its bold narrative structure, memorable characters, and inventive blend of genres, it has cemented itself as a cult favorite among horror fans and Tarantino aficionados alike. What sets From Dusk Till Dawn apart from the typical horror movie is its seamless transition between genres. The first half of the film plays out like a gritty, character-driven crime story. We follow the Gecko brothers, Seth, with George Clooney in one of his breakout roles, and Richie, played by Tarantino himself, as they flee the law and attempt to escape across the Mexican border. The dynamic between the two is tense and complex, with Clooney playing the cool-headed professional and Tarantino embodying a dangerously unstable presence. Tarantino's gift for dialogue shines in these early moments, with snappy, whip-smart exchanges that ooze tension. However, the film takes a hard left turn at the halfway point, transforming from a crime thriller into a full-blown horror spectacle. The Gecko brothers, along with a kidnapped family they've taken hostage, end up at the Titty Twister, a seedy bar in the middle of nowhere that turns out to be a vampire den. What ensues is an all-out, gore-drenched action horror battle for survival. This radical shift in tone and genre is one of the film's greatest strengths. It keeps the audience on their toes, delivering both the gritty, dialogue-driven intensity of Tarantino's crime films and the over-the-top, gory chaos of a classic vampire movie. Rodriguez's direction shines in the action-heavy sequences, while Tarantino's script keeps the character interactions compelling even when the film descends into bloody madness. Quentin Tarantino working on a horror movie might sound like an unusual combination at first glance, but his involvement is a major reason why From Dusk Till Dawn stands out within the genre. Tarantino's talent for creating memorable, morally ambiguous characters allows the viewer to become deeply invested in the fate of the Gecko brothers, despite their criminal behavior. His sharp, rapid-fire dialogue injects a sense of dark humor and energy that elevates the film above more formulaic horror fare. Tarantino's penchant for violence is well documented, but in From Dusk Till Dawn, it's delivered with a knowing wink. The film's bloodshed is so over the top that it borders on the absurd, turning the grotesque into something almost cartoonish, reminiscent of grindhouse cinema. In fact, the movie can be seen as a love letter to the exploitation and B-movie horror films that both Tarantino and Rodriguez grew up admiring. It gleefully embraces the exaggerated violence and absurdity of those films while pairing it with Tarantino's keen sense of character and dialogue. From Dusk Till Dawn was not a massive hit upon its initial release, but over the years it has gained a dedicated cult following. The film's genre-bending approach, coupled with its quotable dialogue and unforgettable set pieces, has made it a favorite at midnight screenings and among horror enthusiasts. Its campy yet stylish execution appeals to fans of both horror and Tarantino's unique brand of filmmaking. The balance between the two genres makes it a rare gem that satisfies both camps, those looking for an intense, character-driven story and those who crave outrageous horror thrills. The cast also adds to the film's cult appeal. George Clooney, in his first major film role after ER, exudes a dangerous charm as Seth Gecko, and his performance helped to launch his movie career. The amazing Harvey Keitel delivers a grounded, emotionally nuanced portrayal of Jacob, the fallen preacher struggling with his faith, while a young Juliette Lewis shines as his rebellious daughter, Kate. And of course, Salma Hayek's iconic scene as the vampiric dancer Santanico Pandemonium, complete with a hypnotic snake dance, has become legendary, cementing her as one of the most memorable vampires in horror history. The film is filled with little details and nods that fans love to spot. For example, the names of Seth and Richie Gecko are a nod to notorious real-life criminals. The screenplay originally contained a subplot involving a series of lizard-themed crimes that would have explained the Gecko brothers' surname, but it was ultimately cut from the final draft. Another fun fact is that From Dusk Till Dawn was originally conceived as part of a direct-to-video series for the special effects makeup company KNB EFX Group. Robert Kurtzman, one of the founders of KNB, developed the story and enlisted Tarantino to write the screenplay. The film's use of practical effects for the vampires, ranging from grotesque bat-like creatures to more humanoid monsters, stands as a testament to the era of physical effects, before CGI became the norm in Hollywood. This practical approach to gore and creature design gives the film a visceral, tactile quality that modern audiences still appreciate. For fans of Tarantino's broader body of work, there are plenty of Easter eggs to spot. Tarantino has a habit of connecting his films through shared characters and brands, and From Dusk Till Dawn is no exception. The movie features a cameo by Big Kahuna Burger, a fictional fast food chain that appears in Pulp Fiction. Additionally, the character of Earl McGraw, the grizzled Texas Ranger who appears at the start of the film, would later show up in Tarantino's Kill Bill and Grindhouse. These connections help to situate From Dusk Till Dawn within Tarantino's larger cinematic universe. From Dusk Till Dawn is a film that feels utterly unique, a madcap collision of crime drama and supernatural horror that revels in its absurdity while never losing sight of its characters. Tarantino's involvement brings a level of intelligence, wit, and razor-sharp dialogue that elevates the film beyond mere schlock, while Rodriguez's direction delivers the high-octane thrills and gore that fans of the genre crave. The film's cult status is well-deserved. It's the kind of movie that grows on you with each viewing, revealing new layers of dark humor, action, and horror. For fans of Tarantino, Rodriguez, and genre cinema in general, From Dusk Till Dawn is essential viewing, a film that gleefully celebrates the joys of exploitation cinema while offering something fresh and innovative. It's bloody, it's bold, and it's a hell of a lot of fun.